The I-9 form is used for verifying the identity and employment authorization of people hired for employment in the United States. As an employer, you must complete this form each time a person is hired to perform labor in the U.S. in exchange for wages. This includes citizens and non-citizens. The I-9 form is for new employees only, not existing employees. Section 1 on the I-9 form is Employee Information and Attestation, Section 2 is Employer Authorization, and Section 3 is Re-verification and Rehire. Key points to Section 1. The employee must complete Section 1 no later than the end of the first day of employment. If the employee cannot complete Section 1 without assistance or needs translation, someone may assist. The employer is responsible to make sure that Section 1 is completed. Employees must fill out Section 1 with their last name, then first name, and then middle initial. If the employee has no middle name, please write NA in the space provided. Then the employee must fill in their address. Please note, employees may not enter a PO box in the address field. Next, they will enter their date of birth, social security number, email, and phone number. Entering the employee's email and phone number are optional. If the employee chooses not to give the optional information, please enter NA in the spaces provided. Finally, the employee needs to read the warning information and attest to their citizenship or immigration status by checking the appropriate box. If an alien authorized to work in the United States is checked, the employee must provide the date their employment authorization expires and alien registration, USCIS, or I-94 form admission number. The employee then signs and dates Section 1. If the employee used a preparer or translator, that person must certify that they assisted in filling out the form by completing the preparer-translator certification field. Once this is done, the employee is now finished filling out the I-9 form. Key points to Section 2. The employee must present original documents that show their identity and employment authorization within 3 business days of the employment start date. For example, if the employee starts on Monday, Section 2 must be completed no later than Thursday. The employer must examine the original documents. The documents must appear to be genuine. The documents must relate to the new hire, and the employee must be allowed to choose which documents he or she wants to present from the list of acceptable documents. The employee may provide a single document from List A or a single document from both List B and C. The list appears in Part 8 or the last page of the Form I-9. The employer may not specify which specific documents will be presented out of the list. However, the employer may only accept unexpired documents. The person who examines the documents must sign Section 2. Please note, for employees to participate in E-Verify, the employer may only accept List B documents that have a photo. The employer then fills out Section 2 with the employee's full legal name and employment authorization document information. All document information must match original identification documents. Target CW is an E-Verify employer and requires copies of all List A documents. Finally, the employer must enter the date of hire. The employer or authorized representative must attest to examining the documents by signing and dating the appropriate fields in Section 2, followed by the business name and address. The employer is now finished with Section 2. This completes the I-9 form.